learner, welcome to our channel again. Today this is a session also on continuation in Excel. Today we are looking at what if analysis using Excel, and in this tutorial shows how to use data tables for what if analysis in Excel. We are going to learn how to create a one variable and two variable table to see the effects of one or two input values on your formula, and how to set up a data table to evaluate multiple formulas at once. And if you go to what if analysis in Excel, you are going to find it at the data tab in Excel, and then you go to what if analysis, and there you are going to have three options of working out with the what if analysis. You are going to work with scenarios, goal seek, data table, and in this case we are going to start with the data table. The procedure that we are going to follow to do this, I would like us to see it here. So we are going to first try to understand what does it mean, what is a data analysis, what is data table in Excel. So in Microsoft, in Excel, a data table is one of the what if analysis tools that allows you to try out different input values for formulas and see how changes in those values affect the formulas, the formula output, that is. So data tables are especially useful when a formula depends on several values and you would like to experiment with the different combinations of input. And how do we carry this out now? Starting off with one variable data table, let's see, we are going to make we're going to make some data, like you can see on the screen here. I have written that in Excel. You can see so exactly what has been written there, that is what I have. With some exceptions, let me see. I would like us to erase something so that we can now have exactly what we have here. And let's see, this is 2000, 512, and then working out a formula. The formula, like you can see, it's the way it has been written here, so except that I've made some cells to be fixed. It is working for me the exact value that I have. Now, having done that, and now let's do a simple what if analysis to see what your savings will be in 5 years, depending on the amount of your initial investment, ranging from 10,000 to from 1,000 to 6. Here are the steps. Enter the values, the variable values, either in one column or across one row. In this example, you are going to create a column-oriented data table. So we type our variable values in column, like you can see, D3 up to D8. These are the values that you can see here, 1,000 up to 6,000. At least one blank column to the right for the outcomes is also going to be there. That's why you have the balance. Type your formula in the cell one row above and one cell to the right of the variable values. So where we have E2, we pick what is in the cell B8. So here we pick what is in 8, and that is what we are going to get there. Now after you have done that, click OK, and after the value has been picked, apply the desired currency format if you want, and from there let's see. Now you can take a quick look at your one variable data type. The result should come out like this. So if you invest 1,000, the balance is going to be like this. And to get that kind of result, in the data table dialog box, click the column the input here. That is where you are going to say you are investing 2,000. So what happens is that after this is done, we want to write here I'm investing 1,000, here I'm investing 2,000 and 3,000, 4, 5 and 6. That is what I'm investing. Now I'm going to select everything. That is what we should do. After you have selected everything, go to data, what if analysis data table. Okay, let's see. After you have done that, go to where you have data table, and here say we are investing 2,000, and do that in the column, because we are working out a column. We are working out a column. Variables are running across the down column, so it is going to work out a column. I'm looking for that here. In the dialog box, click the column box, because our investment values are in a column, and select the variable cell referenced in your formula, this one here. So there we are. So we select that one here, and let's say okay, and our expected investment balance is going to be generated for us. Let's see whether it has worked out exactly the way this one was. If you click OK, it should come out exactly that way. So Excel, after you have clicked OK, will immediately populate the empty cells with outcomes corresponding to the variable value in the same row. Can you see? So now you can take a quick look at your one variable data table, examine the possible balances, and choose the optimal deposit size. So you can see them here. We got the same thing. Now in row-oriented table, the above example shows how to set up a vertical or column-oriented data table. If you prefer horizontal layout, here is what you need to do. type the values in a row, leaving at least one empty column to the left. So let's see how we are going to work that out. So exactly what we had earlier, but now these others we are going to invest them in let's see. So everything else is just the way it was, but when it comes to investment, we expect them now to run in the balance is going to come here, balance, and then the rest are going to be worked out in a column. You run them across. So what is current? So 1000, 2000, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then select everything. Go to what if analysis data table, select, this is the one we are investing, and in this case it is a row because now our input are in a row. So work it out like that. Didn't work properly. Let me see. There is something that I didn't work out. The investment was supposed to have been picked from where? Here. Yeah. Now let's select all of them. Let's see now whether it is going to work out. And now we are working it out in a row, investing this. Let's see now whether it is going to work out. It has not. Let's see. These ones should have been put, and they are equals, I think here, equals this one here. No, this should have been equals this, if I'm not, yeah, like that. Then you select all of them. Let's see whether now it works out. Still not working. It should give us a good you try it, it should work. Let me try it maybe for the final. I hope I have written it the way it was expected to have been written. Let's see. Yeah, and then the rest. Let's see. Click OK and you have the following results. It should come out this way. Yeah, let's see. After you have chosen them, and you go to there, it should be in a row kind of arrangement. So that is how the row-wise arrangement will work out for us. Now, two variable data table. Let's see. A two variable data table shows how various combinations of two sets of variable values affect the formula result. In other words, it shows how changing two input values of the same formula changes the output. The steps to create a two variable data table in Excel are basically the same as in the above example. So we are going to come up with the data exactly the way we had earlier, and let's see. I think I have done that. Exactly everything just like it was before. And now here we have the investment. They have been picked from the balance here, and then the number of years that you are going to take. So that now with the investment of 1,000, let's see, 2,000, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see whether we are going to get what after 5 years. What combination of that are we going to get? So we are going to follow the steps as you can see them listed here. So step 1, you type everything, enter the formula where it's required, make a data table as discussed above. Let's see, and then click OK. Now what are we clicking OK? That is not that, it was here. So enter your formula in the enter this formula to pick data from here, and then type one of the input variables, so enter the other sets of values, just like that, everything like that, until you get something like this, data like this, and then select the entire data. So select everything just like the way we did. So we are going to select everything here, everything like that. I hope I have selected including, oh yeah, I have selected everything. After you have selected that, repeat the same procedure that you had done earlier. So go to what if analysis, data table. Now for the case of columns, we are going to say we are working out B6, which is the years. For the case of the columns, we are picking the investment from there, and then say okay, everything is filled exactly the way it is expected. So let's see, yeah, we have gotten that. So data table to compare multiple results. If you wish to evaluate more than one more formula at the same time, build your data table as shown in the previous example and enter the additional formulas. I hope we wanted to compare what interest or what. Let me see. Yeah, I can work out the data this way that we are being shown here. So taking it that is investment, this is interest. And now the investment, let's see, it is going to be what we have: the current, the balance and interest on the other side, balance and interest. Now balance exactly again the same way, and we have the current balance, and accordingly say it is that one, and the interest equals what? So we have balance and interest here. Interest should be equals B8 minus B, that is the balance. Now here again, here we say we are picking data from here. Now here we have 1,000 investment, here we have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 and 6,000. Now select everything exactly again like the way we did earlier. Go to what if analysis, just okay, let's see. In the column input cell, supply the input cell B3 and click OK. In the column input cell. So let's see. So when you go to what if analysis data table, we are going to supply our input in the column. So B3 is what we are doing there. So again, we can see the balance and the interest. So we have accomplished, we have been able to get a multiple comparison, the comparison of interest and balances of our investments. So yeah, it has worked out for us. So data table there are some 3 things that you should know when working out with the data table. For a data table to be created successfully, the input cells must be on the same sheet as the data table. And the second thing, Excel uses the table function to calculate data results. So in one variable data table, one of the arguments is omitted depending on the layout. And and in 2 variable data table, both arguments are in place. That is also something also to note. And the last one, because the data table results are calculated with an array formula, the resulting cells cannot be edited individually. You can only edit or delete the entire array of cells as explained below. How to delete, you have to select everything and delete. And how to edit, since it is not possible to change part of an array in Excel, you cannot edit individual cells in with calculated values. You can only replace all those values with your own ones by performing the steps as you can see them listed there. And for recalculation, it's also possible manually. If a large data table with multiple values and formulas slows down your Excel, you can disable automatic recalculation, by which it means you do what is has been listed here. And that was about it. I want us now to look at the second. We have so far dealt with the data table. I want us to look at the second tool, goal seeking. Let's see how it works out for us. So this tutorial is going to help us use goal seeking. And what if analysis is one of the most powerful, like we say, feature in Excel. And it allows you to test out various scenarios and determine a range of possible outcomes. In other words, it enables you to see the impact of making a certain change without changing the real data. Let's see, goal seeking in Excel. So goal seek is Excel built-in what if analysis tool that shows how one value in a formula impacts another, and more precisely it determines what value you should enter in an input cell to get the desired result in a formula cell. The best thing about Excel goal seek is that it performs all calculations behind the scene, and you are not you are only asked to specify those parameters. Let's see how we are going to work this out without much of a discussion. Let's see how to use goal seek in Excel. Like we have been told earlier, the best thing about Excel goal seek is that it performs all calculations behind the scene, and you are only asked to specify the parameters that formula cell, the target or desired value, and the cell to change the order to achieve the target. The goal seek tool is especially useful for doing sensitive analysis in financial modeling, and is widely used by management managers and business owners. For instance, goal seek can tell you how much sales you have to make in a certain period to reach 100,000 annual net profit, or what score you must achieve for your last exam to receive an overall passing maybe of 70, or how many votes you need to get in order to get elected. So on the whole, whatever you want a formula to return a specific result, but are not sure what input will within the formula to adjust to get that result, instead of guessing, goal seek is a function to use here. Now, how do we use it? Let's make some data like the one that we have here. The above table indicates that if you sell 100 items at 5 bob each minus 10% commission, you will get 450. This question is, how many items do you have to sell to get 1,000? Let's see how to find the answer with the goal seek. So let's say we have made our data like that. Yeah, we have made our data like that. Let's see, where do we have that? Some data that looks like what we have here. And now back to our, so what we have here is goal seek, so we can very quickly merge that. Let's call that goal seek, and from there we say we have item price, we have quantity, we have commission, and we have revenue. Commission item price 5 bob, and we are selling 100 items, and a commission of 10. Now what do we get as the revenue? The revenue should be equals to B2 multiplied by P3 multiplied by 1 minus B4. You get 450 shillings, but looks like there's something that didn't work out exactly. Oh, this was 10%. It was not just 10. Yeah, I got it. Let's now use goal seek to get. If we need to get 1,000, what are we going to require to have? Use goal seek here. So let's say here is where I will make it work out for me. So come to what if analysis, goal seek. Now B5 is what we are going to have. B5. Here we need to get 1,000. The changing in cell is B2 here. Should be 2. B2. Okay. If you are going to sell 100 items and get a commission of 10, and we need to get 1,000, then we need to sell at 11.11, something like that. Let's see whether that is the interpretation they need us to have. Or if we want to retain at 5, then we need to sell a more quantity, like 222, something like that. Yeah, if you look here, that is what I've gotten. If you are going to sell the same quantity 100 and you are going to get a commission, 10% commission, and you need to make 1,000, then you need to sell at a bigger price, 11. Or if you need to change the quantity and retain the same price, 5, with the same commission and get a revenue of 1,000, then you need to sell more quantities, 200 and something. So that is that. So try that, see whether you are going to get it that way. That is goal seek. Example in goal seek. Let's see, do one more example. Try this again. It is typical. It is a typical business situation. You have the sales figures for the first 3 quarters, and you want to know how much sale you have to make in the last quarter to achieve the target net. And let's see, with the source data organized like what we have above there. Let's see, Let's try that. Yes. So remove this and try that. So we have here what we have Q1, we have Q2, Q3 and Q4, and we need to sell at a gross. So I want to this is gross, and this is profit, and we have net here. Let's try figure this out, whether it is going to work for us the way we want it to be. Just an ordinary number, general number. And the profits 12%, 13%, 11%, and we need to make 14%. I don't know, let's see. Net equals B2 times C2. Again, we can copy that here. This is summation of all those above. So just the ordinary summation. And the ordinary summation of the values above up to D5. And with that, let's see now. The formula that I calculate the total net is D6. This one here. The formula result you are looking for is 100,000, and the result to contain the gross revenue is B5. B5. Let's work out with the. Let's work out with the. I wanted to see whether it is going to work out the way I wanted here. It's looking quite a wrong. It's quite a wrong exercise. I wanted to. Let's see. Back to where we were. Let me see how it is going to work out for us. With a result like this now, go to goal seek, and I hope let's see. 100,000. Now in goal seek, let's say the formula that we have said, that the formula that calculates that is D6. The one that we are looking for is the 100,000. The changing cell says B5. Let's say B5. Let's see. What we have there. Is that what we need? Is that what it should work out for us? The cell to contain the gross revenue for Q4 is B5. Let's see, we are there. Let me work it out again. Goal seek here. The formula that works out the result is that we are looking for 100,000, and the formula that works, that is B5. Okay, let's see whether it works out for us. 185,000 something. 185,714. Yeah, it has worked out for us. So comes in, that remains. Let's see. Yeah, it worked out everything. If we need 100,000 with everything else the same, we need to get a net of 26, and we are supposed to have this, so that now we can we are seeking to have 100,000. So that is example number 2. Let's see. Determine the example C. Let's see whether this one now works out for us. Again, with the same arguments, we should be able to find that out. Goal seek.
Good morning. When did you put that assignment?
We have exam, we have score, and we have what? Exam 1 to 3. Exam 1 is 81%, exam 2 is 62%, and then we have exam 3 that we need to seek out, and the final score that we should have is 72, which is equal to the average of all those above, 3 of them including the one that we are seeking. Now we are seeking to get what? Let me see. In exam 3, so that we can get a 70 score. We are seeking to get a 70 score. Let's see whether it is going to make sense for me. Exam 3, that is where I want to do my calculation. So goal seek, and let's say that I think this is this. We are seeking to get 70, and the changing cell is this one here. So let's see. No, how did it come out? Let's see, how did this come out? We need to get 70% here. So what do we need to have here? Oh yeah, now let's see again. What did I do wrong? 6, so yeah, again. So the cell that is changing is B5. Not changing, but we need to get 70%, not just 70. And now here this is why we are B4. This is where it is supposed to get. So yeah, 65 or 67%. That is what we need to. That is what we need to have. 67% to get 70 final. So that was about goods. About direction, the same arguments we can get. So make your data like that. Try to figure that out, whether by the end of it you are able to get the same results. Try that out. That is so much on goal seeking. I think we should go read what it is to do with this circular referencing. If your goal seek is not working, likely you should check the parameters, whether they are well defined, adjust the iteration settings, and also something also you need to figure out is cross-referencing or circular referencing. That's it about goal seeking. The final area of our discussion is about scenarios. So far we have in what if analysis, we have looked at goal seeking, we have looked at data tables. We need to understand working with scenario manager. There is a video I want us to look at together here. It is about a video that is discussing working scenario. time, but it is good to play. This is the final item I want us to look at together. And as we play this video, please, I hope you have subscribed. If you have not, please do subscribe so that you can get notified when we share the other videos. The channel is through which you are watching this video. Please do subscribe so that we can get to run together. So make your data exactly the way that it is, the way it is there. So I'm going to play the video as I also do the same. So very quickly I want us to make that data so that we can get to follow scenarios together. So I make monthly income of that, and then rent, travel, food, your data ready. In just a bit of time I am going to have mine okay and go to start going. One thing we need to do after your data ready is naming the cells so that we can work out with the cell names. 20, 35, 20 again, 15. Anything else? We need to figure out the total expenses and the amount left over. The total is the summation of all the above. The leftover equals the total, the income minus the expenses. That is the leftover. We need first to name these cells. You can name the cells this way. Call this monthly income. You cannot name a cell using two names. It has to be one. If there are two names, then you need to why didn't it work out? Like you can see, it can only accept a name that is like that. You can see the name. So if you need to name all of them at once, then you can go to where? Find that. Name the selection. Create names from the selections. So we are going to name from the column on the left, so that every one of them you can see it is not here. So we select all of them. Kit from selection, left column. Let's see. Why is it letting me from the left? Let's see what the video is going to show us. So scenario. Before we can work out the scenario, I've been to the so far we have no scenarios, and let's see what is the possible reason. We need to add scenarios. It is us who are going to work out them. Again, like goal seek, scenarios best allow us predict possible inputs that can help us to work out a specific figure. So you can see these are there. If you need to select all of them and say these are, so you go to scenarios. So create your own scenario like you have seen. Say these are the original data, like they told us that is one scenario that you have created. You can leave it at that. You need to add more scenarios, and like you can see them, it's not very easy to work with data that is not named, so we need to name this data. We are going to add more scenarios as we move on. I've named that B3 up to this last one. I don't know why it's not working. If I name that from left, there's no right one, so from the left I should be able to name that, but now that it is not working out, let me just do one by one, which is not very easy. It is not very, let me just call them, because naming all of them at once looks like it is not going to work for me. In this case, let me just name one by one. This is called shopping. The name of that is shopping. Why is it not working for me now? You can see now there. with the same monthly and the same expenses. You can be able to alter 1, 2, 3 of them. Either you alter the expenses with the same monthly income to get a different leftover. So we are going to follow the video like you have seen it pre, and then try figure this.
the scenarios, and I hope you have been able to follow through the 3 discussions. You have been able to follow the data table, you have been able to follow through the goal seeking, and now about scenarios. Up to the next video that I'm going to share together, so hope you have subscribed to the channel. Please do so that you can get notified when I share the next video, and do please share with a friend so that we can get to learn together, and please do like the video if you have loved it. So see you until then.